You know, it's times like these where you really just don't even feel real. You know, like you take everything for granted until something that you love is taken away from you, you know, and just, it was really busy at work today, a whole bunch of shit going on, whole bunch of crazy people that I had to fucking take care of, and, you know, just finally speeding through to get out on time, because I had to close up and stuff, and it's just getting home, relaxing, having the rest of my calories for the day, just being able to breathe. You know, people take for granted the small things, and this, you know, you don't really understand probably by watching this what I'm even talking about, but just sitting here, being able to breathe and just relax, because you need to set aside time to relax each and every day, whether it's before bed, after work, you know, when you first wake up. Just stop and, you know, be thankful for everything, because, you know, I'm not a wealthy kid. I've had a job since I was 16, so I didn't have the, you know, the luxury of staying and chilling all the time and shit. You know, I worked when I was in high school. I work when I'm at college. You know, I would bitch and whine because I would go from college at, you know, I'd have to leave my house at 11. I'd have to get my workout in before that, okay? Go to school at 11 until 4:30, and then I work from 5 to 10. You know, and then I have to do my homework after that, try to study, so I'm hardly getting any sleep after all that. You know, so that was hard, and it's just, you know, you do things, and you gotta do them. You know, if I didn't have a job, I wouldn't have a car. If I didn't have a car, I couldn't go to school. I couldn't go to the gym. I mean, I could go to the YMCA, but that's about a 15-minute walk there, 15-minute walk back. That's even, you know, less time, and what would I be doing? You know, so, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And it's just, you know, I think that working at a younger age, you know, since I was a junior in high school and stuff, it taught me responsibility, and it gave me kind of management skills, you know, because you have to map out your money, basically. You know, I spent my whole, you know, the end of junior year, all of summer, saving up all my money, buying little things here and there, like protein powder, shit for my girlfriend, stuff like that. And, you know, I saved up all my money. I didn't fucking blow it away on stupid shit. And I was able to buy my car. You know, needless to say, you know, 5 months later, well, like 3 months later, I got in a car accident. And then 2 months later, after I repaired it and everything, the transmission blew. So fuck that. Fuck that job. Now I have a different car. So, you know, but just being able to manage my money and just becoming a more mature and grown-up person, because having responsibilities like that, having a job, you know, you got to be thankful, because not everybody does have a job. Granted, there are people abusing unemployment and shit like that, and, you know, I guess that comes along with it. You know, there's reasons for programs like that, but when you see scumbags, you know, in my town, I'm 100% sure it's not only in my fucking town, but people with, like, extreme weight problems, okay, and they have, like, 8 kids, and they go to the store, and you see them in the aisles fucking buying candy and soda, and you don't ever see them getting vegetables or fruit or meat or, you know, anything that's relatively heavy. It's all junk. So, and usually they're with probably, if the mother isn't a complete scumbag, then the father is, or the stepdad, or whoever they're with is, and, you know, they don't really have a chance. And that makes me sad, you know, because I don't mean to, like, be condescending or to talk down about people or talk down on anyone, but it's just, it's a cycle, because once you grow up in that environment, you know, you're kind of stuck there, you know. Sometimes people are able to get out and they make a change. But oftentimes, what I see anyway, is that the kids are just like their parents, disrespectful, trash, obnoxious, or crazy, or something like that. Weight problems. You know, we learned in nutrition, 20% of your weight is hereditary. 20%. Everybody says, oh, you know, I'm genetically fat, I'm genetically this, I'm genetically... No, you're not. It's 20%, guys. 20%. So, if you eat healthy, or healthier, or don't eat as much shit, if you walk once a day, it's not that hard to not be obese, you know. I don't even know what the fucking percent is anymore. I remember my senior year in high school, I did a research paper on obesity, and a ban on big soda as well in New York City, Mayor Bloomberg. And it was 33% of Americans are obese. Now I think it's almost like 50% or something like that. I don't even know, and I don't even want to fucking look it up because that's just disgusting. I don't understand why you wouldn't make that change. I get sometimes it is, you know, like a thyroid condition or something like that. But not everybody has a thyroid problem. Not everybody has diabetes. Not everybody has this or that. You know, it's about fucking sacrifice and manning up and realizing you have to make a change. You know, I talked to someone, they came into work, and I was just talking with her, and she said, yeah, she had lost 125 pounds, I think it was, or 100 pounds. She used to be 300 plus pounds. And this lady, she said, all you gotta do is eat your leaner proteins. You have to eat healthy. And I said, I know. And it just baffles me how people don't, it's not that they don't realize it, because everybody knows you should eat healthy. It's just they have no control. And I will be the first to admit, you know, I think through my compulsiveness, you know, as a bodybuilder, and I'm a very obsessive person. I have an obsessive personality. You know, Frank, my training partner, and I both are like this. We've had so many talks about this. And I obsess about things. So this goes with my diet. You know, it's macros, macros, macros. I get it from my dad, who gets it from his dad. So that part is genetic, the obsessiveness, that trait. But, you know, all I think about when I'm in contest prep is calories. And it's food focus, you know, fuck, I gotta get this meal in, or I'm not gonna be able to hit my macros, or, you know, food's on my mind a lot, whereas when I'm not in contest prep, when I'm in off season or shit like that, I could give a fuck about food, you know, but, you know, it's like I developed an eating disorder, and I hate to admit it, but I'll be the first to tell you, you know, I have an unhealthy relationship with food, because, you know, it's hard to limit yourself, and only eating, you know, one serving of Ben & Jerry's, or, I don't know, any ice cream, really. Ben & Jerry's is the first that comes to my mind, because it's amazing. Or, like, just being able to have a Quest bar or two, you know, a day, when I want to eat the whole fucking box. It's tough, and it's, you know, like I said, it's unhealthy, but you do what you have to do. Bodybuilding is extreme. That's why not everybody does it. Not everybody can get sub 5% body fat. You know, it takes heart and drive and dedication. Because if you're constantly going over your calories, constantly going over your macros, it's not going to happen, guys. You can't be zigzagging up and down. I tried that, you know, it fucked myself up, and my metabolism suffered from it too. So, take it from me, that's not the way to go. But, you know, I'm with my eating disorder, if you want to call it that. I just want to fucking eat everything in sight, but I don't. And a problem is why I kind of wish that I just had my own apartment and had a full-time job as opposed to a part-time job. So I could just have an apartment, be on my own, secluded from just the world during contest prep, because everything would be perfect. You wouldn't have the problems going on in your life. You wouldn't have to balance as much. You could just focus, because it's hard to just drop everything else when you're in contest prep. You still have your relationships. You have to be fucking sane for work. You know, you have to focus on your training and your macros, and it's just you have to balance everything. And that's really difficult to do when you're in a calorie deficit and you're going to such lower body fat levels, because it fucks with your hormones and shit too. So you're even thinking different, you know. I've explained this in many videos before, how contest prep kind of fucks with you. And, you know, you don't understand it until you're actually in the position. And, you know, being in your own world like that would be great, because I know my relationship with my girlfriend, things are getting better now, you know. We're finally getting to communicate more and things like that, but the bottom line is it causes tension. You know, if I was single, if I had my own apartment, if I had a full-time job in an office, things would be great for contest prep. I wouldn't have much problem at all. But because I have social relationships with friends and my girlfriend, you know, those are stresses that it brings a lot of stress and tension, and it makes things difficult, and it's hard to say no to dinner and dessert. It makes it hard to say no to, you know, it makes your choices more difficult. That's the bottom line. And just, it's hard to picture it unless you're in the situation. So this is my little rant, guys. Just a thought that kind of popped in my head, and then a little ramble there. Because, you know, never take anything for granted. Be thankful for what you do have, because there are people in this world that don't necessarily have the things that you or I have. So I'm going to close out this video, guys, and have a great night, because I know I will.